every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jerry and Jamie 2 Up. I am Jerry, and today I will be your host. We're doing a special episode of our Jerry and Jamie podcast because we have a big thing going on this weekend called the Ozark Escape, and we are in the middle of getting ready for that. And I just didn't know if we're going to have enough time to do it later on in the week, so I thought we'd do this now. Also, BMW announced the new RT and the RS, and so I want to talk about that a little bit and give you guys my first initial reaction. So, as you guys know, I try to keep this to about a half an hour, so hopefully won't keep you too much longer than that, and we might as well get started with this. So, hope you all are doing okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Ozark Escape is here. The Ride MSTA website is updated. The Star website's open for registration. Raffle tickets are on sale, so you guys can check that out. And then we're going to talk about the first reaction to the new BMWs and a little segment called When Did This Start to Happen? And you guys will see what I'm talking about when we get later on into the episode. So the first thing we want to talk about is the Ozark Escape. So it starts this Thursday, well, actually Friday, but people are starting to show up on Thursday. We are so excited. It looks like we've got about 65 riders that are signed up at this time. So should be a great turnout. I have these shirts in. So those of you who ordered shirts will be able to pick those up and see those and get those at the event. Also, there's still time to sign up. So if you just want to go to the Ozark Escape website, you can go and you can still sign up there. We've got all the routes listed. So there's sport. So if you click on the sport touring route, it will take you here. We give you a little definition of the route and where we're going and all that sort of thing. We also have one for adventure routes. So same type of thing. You'll get to go there and you will see the two adventure routes that we have. Other than that, if you scroll down, we've got a rally schedule here. So this will tell you exactly what's going on during the rally and when we'll be open for registration and all of those sorts of things. Our lunch ride, we're going to the Flat Creek restaurant. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And then the hotel, you can still call the hotel, mention the Ozark Escape, and they should be able to get you squared away there. So the lunch ride, again, is to Flat Creek in Cape Fear, Missouri. So nice restaurant, right off we're a little bit off the lake, but good old food. And we'll be going to the Cape Fear location, which is Flat Creek, which is Cape Fear right there. So they have lunch specials, a really nice, decent parking lot, so plenty of room to park. So we hope to see you guys there on Friday. So again, don't miss out on the Ozark Escape. Go check it out, and hopefully we will we'll get to see you all there. So just Can't wait to see you all there. I know we are meeting some people to go to the OR General Store on Friday or on Thursday. We're going on Thursday to pick them up down there, and then Friday we'll go to lunch ride, and then Saturday we'll ride and have our dinner. So really looking forward to seeing everybody. Make sure you come by and say hi, and we're excited to see you all. After that, we will be going to the TriStar Rally in Sparta, North Carolina on May 22nd through the 26th. So Bob Burdett and I will be riding to that rally. Really looking forward to it. Have not been to that rally, so we are excited about getting down there and checking out Lou's rally. The Ride MSTA website is up and it's ready to go. You can also, so when you click on the website, it will take you directly to the website. You can register by just clicking on one of the links. It should take you, oh, what's this? The session has timed out. Let's see what that runs into. Huh, you guys are getting to see some play testing here. Let's see. That's not what we wanted. So let's go back to the link. So we're going to have to try to figure out what that is all about. So see, we're always finding out things. You should be able to click on the raffle part of the section here and go purchase a raffle ticket. Let's see if that's working. So this is weird. So it worked yesterday. Oh, there we go. You got to hit begin again if it times out for some reason. So you can buy your tickets for the raffle ticket right here. We're giving away a 2024 Honda Transalp. So make sure you go pick up your tickets there. Well, that makes me feel a little better. So when we click on the link, we click on here. Yeah, that makes me feel a little better. So that will allow us to do that. And then let's make sure it's working again. So we click on here, that takes us to the registration. Yes, so that's there. Continue, you can buy. All right, so everything's going good there. You can go to home. Yeah, so everything seems to be working there. So we're glad to, but go check that out. Go buy your tickets, sign up for the rally. It's going to be a great time, and looking forward to heading over there as well. So Motorcycle Monday, as you guys know, I do a thing on Monday where I kind of put out a topic. And this week's Motorcycle Monday was, if you could hop in a time machine and talk to your new rider self, what advice would you give? So we've gotten some really good feedback from this. You know, a lot of people have contributed to this conversation. If you guys have not joined the MSTA Facebook page, I would recommend that you guys go jump over there and go do that. We get a lot of activity over there, and there's a lot of great conversation going on over there. So really you guys should really go check that out if you get a chance. So we'll bring this over here and I'll kind of show you what we're talking about here. So if you go to the Facebook page, every Monday, there's going to be a Motorcycle Monday post, and here it is. So basically, and let's see what some of the riders have said. So we'll view some of the comments. Patrick's had joined the MSTA. That is a good one. DeFranco talks about getting suspension. Doug Freeman basically said you're invisible to all other vehicles. Learn to scan and anticipate. So some really good advice. John Ruff says start on a dirt bike. I agree with that to a sense. I didn't start on a dirt bike. It just they are easier to wield, that's for sure. Rob Milton mentions earplugs. Yes, folks, earplugs are very, very, very important. Concentration, counter steering. Look, a lot of great ideas here. Target fixation's a real thing. So really my advice is to wear all the gear all the time. And hey, speaking about gear, look what came in my mailbox. I have the new, well, it's last year's version of the Ben Spies replica HJC RPHA helmet. I had the previous version. One nice thing about having a big noggin is they put these things on sale, because I'm not going to spend $900 on a helmet, but it's basically 75% off if you have an XL or an XXL head, and I do. So I purchased it, and That is my new lid. So really happy about that. But again, folks, check out the Facebook page and tell us your thoughts. What would you tell a new person? I'll kind of tell you what I said. I said that basically ride your own ride, right? So one of the things that I see a lot of new riders doing, and even older riders, which is kind of crazy to me, is if you're riding, say there's four of you riding, and if one guy decides to, whoever the leader is, if he decides to go over into a parking lot and he parks on an off-camber parking spot, or it's in the rock, or it's in the gravel, and if you're not comfortable with that, then don't go over there. Find a better parking space. Look around. Be cognizant of your area. If you're in corners and you notice that you're going too fast and you're not comfortable, but you don't want to lose sight of the group, it doesn't matter, folks. You don't want to crash. You don't want something bad to happen. So ride your own ride. Slow down. You should know exactly where you guys are going. So that's another pet peeve of mine, folks. Just because you're in a group ride and somebody's leading, you should have a way to navigate, right? GPS, map, smoke signals, sextant, whatever you guys want to use. But you should not be dependent on the person who's leading the ride to know where you're going. So buy a map, folks. Just don't do, again, ride your own ride. If it's going to, if you don't like the group that you're in, get out of the group. Don't be afraid to leave and put yourself in a safer situation. I don't know about you guys. I'm 60 years old. I'm tired of trying to impress anybody. I want to make sure I stay healthy and safe so I can ride tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. So that's the best advice I could give, is just ride your own ride. Don't get caught up in what everybody else is doing. I ride with a lot of guys who are much faster than me, and I have no problem just slowing down and taking my time. And again, I have nothing to prove to anybody, and my whole goal is to get through this whole situation and get home safe so I can do it all over again. So guys, the new BMWs are out. What do you guys think? So I've always been a fan of the RT, and oh man, I don't know, guys. I think they kind of ruined it. I don't know what it is about BMW and the boxiness of what they're trying to do to motorcycles. So the front end of this, when you look at it on the website, there's a big area like this area right here. These things they move. So depending on your speed, they'll go up and down, but it looks really, really boxy. I know that they've got to do the front end the way they do because of the adaptive cruise control and all that sort of thing. I get that. Like in this paint scheme, why not make the bags all blue down here instead of that black? I don't know. And maybe I'm nitpicking, but yeah, I'm not impressed so far. I've loved the RT, and I wish I had the money to have an RT, but this makes it a little easier for me to accept that I don't have the money for one. Not a big fan of this color as well, but again, folks, it just, I don't know. The look of it is just kind of, I think they've taken away the curves and the sleekness of that bike, and they've really kind of jacked it up. Now, I know the motor's phenomenal, and I'm sure it's a great machine to ride. Speaking of that, let's click on this link and let's ride one here. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. This is on YouTube if you want to check it out, folks. So again, the headlight, I see why they had to do that. Check this out. The deflector variable. Can you imagine dropping that on the sidewalk and having to replace that? Shift assist, which the bikes have now. Outstanding passenger comfort. And check this out, folks. They've got a whole bunch of heated parts. It looks like the handrails and the backrest is heated. So that's kind of cool. Again, though, I don't like the look of it. The front end, I I don't know. It looks a little more like a transformer. I do love BMW's videos though that they do for promotions. They're always good. Always make you want to go out and ride. So I don't know about you guys. Tell me what you think. Again, it's just. I mean, I like it, but I think it. I don't think it's as attractive as a motorcycle as it has been in the past. Then check this out. So if you want to go buy one, this version is the Impulse package, $31,000, folks. And in that Impulse package, you get, um, I guess, a better audio system, dark chrome headers, optional silencer, different wheels. You get some cool stuff, but $31,800. Now you don't have to have that one. You can go back to the other styles, and they're a little cheaper. But with that being said, you it doesn't come with all the bells and whistles and what most people would want, I guess, from an RT. Again, I'm just I mean, I like the look of it, but so here's my thing. Let me go to full screen so y'all don't see me, but you see this. So like I do like on this model, I do like how blacked out the rims are. The canister's a canister, right? I'm still not a big fan of the bags. From the side view, I think it looks okay, but then when you look at it from the front, it just looks wide and just I don't know. And I'm sure maybe that's just because of the picture here and everything. I'm sure it's probably not as bad as it seems in this picture. But yeah, what do you guys think? You guys looking to get an RT? I know some of you guys already have them out there, so tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you're thinking about when you look at this new RT. The other version that came out as well was the new RS version, and yeah, I'm not even sure. And this one I kind of like less than the RT, basically. I mean, it looks okay. I take that back. The front end's kind of XR-ish, but I don't know. It looks kind of cool. I like that color scheme and everything. Here's the ride video for it. So check this out. Check this out. Again, makes you want to go out and go ride, which BMW is great at making their videos. I'm wondering what the seat height is on this, just because it was pretty low to the ground already, and being a guy that's 6'2", that could be an issue. I do like that red, white, and blue color though. So I do like that, and think it's a good looking motorcycle. All right, let's go back. Okay, why isn't it let me go back? So let's see. Let's go back over here. So yeah, and then if you wanted to buy one, you're looking at, in this color scheme, you're looking at $24,560, which again is not chump change, but you are getting a BMW, or that's what people would tell you, that's what you're paying for. And look, the fit and finish are very nice on them, and the tech is very, very good. Yeah, I do take that back. I think I like the look of this a little better than the RT, but what do you guys think? Let me know what you think about this. Kind of cool though, right? So, all right, now we're going to go back. Let's see what's next here. So, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been looking at these really, really hard. The new Honda NT 1100. Um, Man, with that being said, I've had a little bit of a disappointing dealer experience, and I'll tell you why. And maybe, I bought a bike back in 2019. It's not like it's been forever since I bought a motorcycle. But I went and they actually had them here in Northwest Arkansas, and MSRP's on them like 12.9 or something. I mean, something like that. It really, they say 11.8. I think it's 12.8 at the dealership. And of course, you want the bag, so that's another. They're going to charge you a little bit more for that and everything. But here was my experience. So I go to the dealership and I was like, "Hey, um, are you guys going to be getting one of these in soon?" They said, "Yep, we've got one. It's already sold. But if you want to get on the list, you can, and we'll get you on." And I said, "Okay, cool. What do I got to do to get on the list?" And they said, "Well, you put down a deposit, $1,500 deposit, and then it's yours." And I said, "Well," I said, "I want to ride it and everything first. I want my wife to ride with me. I want to take it for a little spin before I just say I'm going to go buy it." And they him and hawed, "Well, that's not really how we're doing things and everything." And so, first of all, folks, do you buy a motorcycle without riding it? Um, I haven't. I've never done that. Um, I know it's an Africa Twin motor. I know the DCT, but what happens if it just feels weird or just I don't know. So I get that and I think this is more of a smaller market thing because I'm not running into this in the Dallas market when I'm talking to them. But so that was the first thing, right? The next thing was, as I said, "Hey, I would want to have the bags on the bike." And they're like, "Well, we'll probably have to order those, and it could take 4 to 6 weeks." And again, I'm thinking to myself, who buys an NT 1100 and doesn't want the bags, and they don't want the bags? I don't know many people who are buying a sport touring or a touring motorcycle that don't want luggage space. And I know some of the BMWs had that issue too. They were waiting on luggage when the 1300 GS came out. That boggles my mind. Even though I do know on the GS you might not buy the bags that they offer, so I kind of get it. But on this bike, you're going to buy the bags that are on this bike, and they're color matched. One key, all that sort of thing. I was like, well, okay, that's unfortunate. And then, and now again, I think smaller market because in Northwest Arkansas that was the case. When I spoke to the Dallas dealerships, I called three of them. They actually ordered the bags before they got the bikes in, knowing that people would want the bag. So it's not a situation there. So I don't know. Maybe it's different in your area. It just kind of baffles my mind. And then here's the key, right? So I'm dealing with the guy. I tell him what I want to do. And I said, "Hey, send me over the cost of it, and I'll look at that. We'll figure that out." So they send over the cost. I do not mind paying MSRP for a brand new motorcycle. I get it. So 12,998 comes over, but then, folks, the other fees were staggering, right? So destination fee of 775. Okay, I guess you got to have a destination fee. I get that, right? I don't know what that fee means. I thought destination fee was getting it shipped to you, building it, all that sort of thing. That's not the case. So the next thing on the list was documents. That was $300. So now we've added $1,000 to the price of our bike that's an MSRP of 12.9. Then I wanted the bags. So I go online to Honda, get all their accessories, add them up. It's $1,900 for the bags and the top case. It's not cheap, but I get it. So now you're looking at, instead of 12.98, it's 13.98 with the price of the dock fees and the transportation fees, and now it's $15,998 with the bags. But wait, there's more. They want to charge $660 to install the luggage. So I get paying some of that too, but even at $150 an hour, it's 4 hours of labor to put on the bags. I don't think they take 4 hours to put on. I would think that maybe an hour, hour and a half, I'd have no problem paying that. And then the kicker, they wanted to charge me $600 to assemble the motorcycle. So the destination fee was $775. The document fee was $300. Now they want to charge $600 to put the bike together. And when I called the dealership here, I was like, what what is what is that about? You got to build the bike to sell the bike. And they said, yes, but a lot of dealerships have technicians that build the bikes. We have a certified mechanic that builds the bike. Okay, that's great, but 600 extra dollars. So my point is now I'm at almost $16,000 for this NT. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't have the all the bells and whistles that the top of the line Versus has, that the Multistrada has, that the BMWs have, that even the Suzuki GSX has. And those are all in the 18,000, well, except for the BMWs and the Multistrada, but the other ones are in the $18,000 mark, $19,000 mark. So for an extra $2,500, you can get all the bells and whistles. So I've really kind of cooled my gears on the NT 1100. I like the look of it. I really would like to ride it, but I'm not paying all these extra fees, and maybe I'm just getting old, and maybe I'm the silly one. But have you guys heard of all these, like an assembly fee, destination fee? I've heard of that, just not that expensive. Document fee, I'm cool with that. I don't care about that. Putting the bags on an additional fee, I don't know. It just I guess I see a reason why people aren't joining the motorcycle arena, because it's so damn expensive. So tell me what your guys' thoughts. Am I out of line? Am I just some old curmudgeon? Which I could be, folks. I get that. But I don't know. It just hit me weird. So now I did call a Dallas dealership and I did talk to them, and they would put the bags on for an hour labor. There was no assembly fee at all. And they would let me ride it. If I didn't want to buy it, they would give me back my money. Again, larger market, they're not going to have any problem selling the motorcycle. But I don't think either would Northwest Arkansas, but they're going to have a problem selling them because who's going to go buy a new motorcycle and not ride it? So tell me what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know what you think. I don't know. Just weird to me. So let's go back out to here. So Jamie, on her front, she is not going to be able to ride her scooter to the Ozark Escape. There's a recall on them, and hers falls under the recall. They have to do a new oil pump or something, and we just don't think it's safe. I mean, I'm sure it's safe, but we just don't want to push our luck with that. So it's going to sit in the garage, and she'll just ride 2 up with me. She's been excited to get on it. We did replace the turn signal, so she's back to 100% being good. And she's going to miss riding at Eureka Springs, but now she'll just have to ride with me again, and she's used to doing that. So, folks, I want to thank you guys for watching. We're at about the 28-minute mark. I really can't wait to see you guys at the Ozark Escape. It's going to be a great, great time. The weather looks to be amazing. In fact, let's pull that up here. The weather looks like you might get some rain getting here, which is always kind of a bummer if you've got to do that. But at least you're not coming now. So this morning we had some really bad winds, that sort of thing. But let's bring this over here and check this out. So the 10-day, let's check that out, close. So Wednesday, 66 with some thunderstorms. So I know some people are coming in Wednesday. You're probably going to get wet on Wednesday. Thursday, AM showers are supposed to break off in the afternoon. So hopefully in the afternoon, we're good there. Friday looks like some AM showers again, around 69. Saturday looks to be amazing, only a 12% chance, and Sunday a 12% chance, and those riding home after that. So really looking forward to the weather. I don't think it's going to be a problem whatsoever. And but just be careful as you guys ride to the event. Just want to make sure you guys are okay there. Again, like and subscribe to Jerry and Jamie 2 Up. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. And we just really do appreciate the support, everybody. And until next time, you guys ride safe. We'll see you at the Ozark Escape, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.